Linda, thank you for sitting down with me.
Oh, thank you for having me, Mark.
Yeah, we're here at PGDC meetings in Saskatoon. Can you tell us a little bit about your position with CFIA?
So I'm the Director of Plant Production, which means I'm responsible for the Seeds Act, except for seed potato, so not Part 2, and also the Fertilizers Act and regulations.
Now you are here to talk about the 2024 winter consultation as it concerns Seed Regulatory Modernization. Now, there was a winter consultation last winter for Seed Regulatory Modernization. This is the second one. What's different or special about this one compared to the last one that people may have taken part in?
Yeah, so we're taking a phased approach as the task teams, which are the group of experts that are taking deeper dives into a variety of topics. They're coming up with options and recommendations. And as those recommendations come forward and they finalize their reports, then we're able to take the bigger changes and the changes where there wasn't qualified consensus. So we need further input, and we're putting that back out for broader consultation. So this consultation this year is about variety registration, seed sampling, testing, and grading, but also adds sale, import, and export. So those who are interested in imports and exports will be very interested in this consultation this year. In addition, we have a number of topics that have been brought forward through the working group conversations. So our working group is our kind of chapeau piece with a variety of balanced stakeholders, and they've come up with some ideas. So we have the idea of a advisory committee with or without standard setting, including varietal purity. We have the idea of a digital end-to-end seed certification system. And then we also have the idea of having increased third-party delivery by the CSGA of some of the seed certification work that CFIA does right now. So a lot of additional thoughts and ideas coming forward that could have substantial changes come to the seed system in the future. So we're looking forward to having people come and fill out the survey.
Where's the SRM process right now? I know it's been going on for a few years now. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to eventually getting to the end of it. I understand it's supposed to go till 2025, maybe 2026. We've got a little bit of time left before that happens. And so where are things at right now?
I'm really excited with our progress. All of the task teams are done. The last one is on information. It's a bit of a catch-all, so lots of topics being covered by that group. They're meeting now. They'll be done this spring, summer. So that's our final task team. So we're looking for input through that group, but also through any other means if people want to give us feedback and thoughts on the future. But then what we do is we take all of that input, and the government, this is where the government, we earn our keep by taking all of the input and all of the different points of view and coming together with, we're calling it a policy paper. People call it green paper, white paper. It's basically a plain language description of, hey, here's what the government is thinking these regulations are going to look like in the future. Then we're going to take that and do some consulting on that in this coming year as well. And also this year, we're going to be starting our Indigenous engagement because, of course, that's a really important factor that, despite some efforts and some inroads, we haven't been able to do just yet. And so we're going to be taking this policy paper and saying, okay, here's some of the changes that we're thinking about to these regulations. What impacts do these have on treaty obligations, on Indigenous communities, on Indigenous practices? What can we learn that would create a stronger seed system in the future?
As I said, this is expected to go till 2025, maybe 2026. Am I right on that timeline? Is that still kind of the plan?
Yeah, that's still the plan. We started in 2020, and so we're looking at having this policy paper out. We'll have probably aiming to CG, Canada Gazette Part 1, which is our very formal government duty to consult. In fall of 2025, We may have an election that might bump that into 2026. So that is still our target. A little ambitious, but we've had some great input. And because of the co-development approach that we've taken with the whole value chain, I'm really hopeful that when we come out with this policy paper, it won't be a surprise to anybody. People have seen these ideas before. It's not like a kind of an old government process where the government goes away and comes out with, here's what we think. We've heard what the industry thinks, what farmers think, what grain people think, and then we're going to be taking that and coming out with a policy paper. So our timeline is still looking good for end of 2025, 26.
So in terms of taking part in the winter consultation, this is completely online thing. People can just go to the website and they fill out the form, click the button. So you've made this obviously, as in these days of modern technology, as convenient as possible for everybody.
Yes, it's all online. You can go and you can see the executive summaries of the task team reports. You can ask us, we're happy to send a full task team report if you wanted to take a deeper dive. You don't have to fill out, if you're really just interested in export, the survey, you can just fill out that part of the survey, or you can walk through all the different options and recommendations. Again, these are the options and recommendations where we think there's going to be bigger change, or where there was some, different views. So we want to get a broader input. So really looking forward to receiving that from stakeholders.
Yeah, and there will be, if you're watching this video, there will be a link on our website. You can click that too, and that'll take you right to the winter consultation. So thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much for having me.